Correspondents and news anchors usually read a prepared text on air, but not always everything goes smoothly, because the human factor has not been canceled. Let's look at the different failures that happened during the filming of the news.
Live from London, this is BBC News. Britain's former Prime Minister Boris Johnson apologises for the pain and loss suffered in the UK during the coronavirus pandemic.
Tom Donkin had an afternoon jog while on air.
Hello and welcome.
One of two teenagers arrested by police after a series of acid.
News presenter Miriam Moshu talks about the sound in her ears.
I can feel that you really want me to do an impression of a seagull, so I'm going to give it a go. Is that okay? I'm hearing in my ear that I've been sacked. Oh well. C'est la vie, as they say.
Danny Savage, BBC News.
I mean, seriously, that is absolutely uncanny. I really want to try my seagull impression, but I've been told in my ear, just don't do it, it's career ending, so... That was bad, wasn't it?
The BBC, as always, has technical problems.
More exciting tomorrow.
You think?
Yeah, I promise.
You're hoping. All right, Jamie, thank you very much.
What is that?
We're just running through all our cameras to see that they're all working.
Checking they're all good.
Those two are working.
Oh.
This one's working too. Hello.
Good evening and welcome to BBC News. I'm Martine Croxall. It's 9 o'clock. I'm just going to move back to the main set. I know this has happened before. But here we are. If I sidle in, you can pretend that you haven't noticed. Here we are. Lewis Hamilton has won the Formula 1.
ABC camera prevented a meteorologist from talking about the weather.
Right, we're going to look at the weather forecast for you now. Louise Lear is with me now. Not quite as sunny here as it is in India there, Louise.
No. January cricket, it's all a bit weird, isn't it, really? A bit like the weather, I tell you, Ben, I have to say. Some real extremes at the moment. In fact, we have swapped recent winter storms with some winter warmth. It looks likely that we are going to not see the weather. I don't know if you can see me or not or hear me, but I'll hand back to Ben and maybe the cameras will sort themselves out. Here we go. Let's try that again.
Try again.
Yes.
Have another go.
The BBC camera, as usual, lives its own life.
Now a rocket has blasted off from Cape Canaveral in Florida for what is hoped will be an achievement not seen in more than 50 years. If successful, it will propel a US lander to the surface of the moon. Palab Ghosh has the story.
A weather update, and it's Louise Lear. Well, it was very nearly
It's all
Louise
going
Lear.
very well, isn't it, Simon?
I was trying to pad and pad and pad. Where were you?
I haven't got a clue what you just said to me, so I'll just go yes. I think if I press the next button, hopefully we will go into Thursday's weather. Oh no, by special request, everybody wanted my dog Madge, who's ready for the Christmas lights, bless her. I better shut up now.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Any excuse.
I'm not back tomorrow.
Now, not only have we not seen the BBC meteorologist, we have not received a weather forecast from him either.
And I Judith is the weather. Hello. Hello, a very good evening to you. Well, it really was lovely to see the sunshine today, and things are set to change as we head through the overnight period, as we see some rain moving in, and it will be quite heavy rain as well as it pushes in across the country, persistent in nature. With us first thing tomorrow morning, it will be quite an unpleasant start to the day with heavy, persistent rain. Quite an unpleasant rush hour actually, and quite brisk winds as well. Warning for rain for eastern Scotland, stretching from Fife down to the Borders area, valid from 9 a.m. tomorrow until Thursday morning. But it will be the persistence of the rain that will be the issue, because the rain does ease from many places, becoming confined to the east and something drier for the southwest, and some sunshine too for the northwest Highlands. And temperature-wise, we're looking at 7 or 8 Celsius, but the easterly winds will make it feel cool, if not quite cold. Into tomorrow evening, that rain does ease, leaving lots of dry weather with clear spells, just a few spots of rain for the southeast. That clears away very quickly on Wednesday morning, then dry with plenty of sunshine, but a cold feel to the day pretty much across the board.
Yeah, apologies. I think we seem to have a little bit of trouble with your weather there, but we heard your voice even if we didn't see the pictures. Thanks, Judith. Yeah, apologies for that technical difficulty there.
A technical glitch prevented business news.
Let's get more on this now from Alpa Patel. Alpa.
Thanks very much, Lakshmi. Well, the crippling cost of childcare is bad nationally, but here in London, it's even worse. Let's take a look at nurseries, for example, and yes, it's costing parents whose children are in full-time nursery care, who are under the age of 2, £394 per week. That's an increase of 62% to other parts of the country. And this is all having a massive effect on families. So the cost of childcare is actually £19,000 per year. Now, all of this is having an impact on families, and it's making it's causing a huge in terms of childminders, for instance, £355 per week, and I'm just waiting for the next figure to come on, 60% higher than in other parts of the country.
Alpa, thank you. Well, Jolie Brearley, who is the founder of Pregnant Then Screwed, joins me now. Thank you for being with us, Jolie. So we've heard there what some of the issues are, but what needs to be done about it? What do you think needs to happen?
In the spring budget, we want to see an investment from the government of £1.75 billion to bridge the funding gap between what the government gives to the childcare sector and what it actually costs to deliver those places. We know from the Early Years Alliance that the subsidies are underfunded by almost £4 per child per hour. So the first thing we need to do is fix that funding gap.